Okay, we're going to go take a view of the game warehouse, which I call my basement. This is the view you get when you first come down the steps. These games are straight in front of you. Okay. Now if we turn left, you can see that we have one side of the basement that's separated by this stairwell, and if you turn right here, you see there is another side of the basement which is separated by the stairwell. So we're going to go left first. We'll go over these top shelves. Wherever possible, there's 5 shelves per wall. And this is the top shelf here. All the games on these shelves here aren't really in any particular order, although I've tried to get a lot of the SPI stuff together. A lot of miscellaneous game companies here. And there's the corner. So I'll come back down here on the next shelf. Actually, it might be better to do it this way if I come down here. There's some Columbia games, a bunch of OSG stuff. OSG, Columbia, a bunch of GDW stuff here. We got SPI, TSR, all related. And he went through the various years and their buyouts and versions, who happened to be the flavor of the day owner at the time. It's a Europa series by GDW. A couple of Wellington's victories, I think, sitting up top there. Got some series 120 games, Beta FOM, very good game. Later reprinted by GMT, sold out quick. Bunch more SPI stuff, World War II, Pacific Theater. We go down the line there. You can see there is all sorts of nice stuff, out of print, large, War in Europe, several copies of that, big sellers, of course long out of print. Objective Moscow, it was a real popular monster. Oh, more stuff here, Bloody April. Several copies of that. Battle of Chickamauga. Alright, you've kind of seen all that. Those are the Columbia games again. Down there's a bunch of Compass stuff. OSG stuff. Passing a few stacks that I have not yet put away, although I finally have room for them on some shelves. And there's Europa Universalis, however you want to pronounce it. Got 2 copies of that, brand new, and on top there is the rare expansion to it, unpunched. Has some rules written underneath that. Let's see here. Attack, 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 attack. With the expansion. Art of Siege, NATO Division Commander. A lot of the detergent-sized boxes from SPI, Hold SPI. Now we have a lot of Clash of Arms stuff down here. Just tons of stuff. More Clash of Arms, Clash of Arms, Clash of Arms. And this continues on out here. And there's kind of the dividing line from the center of the stairwell. And some family games. Got those too. There's that nice SPW World War I series. Maria, great game. Struggle of Empires, great game. Bunch of Euros here. And that's the forward shelf, if you want to call it that. That's the shelf that smacks you in the face when you come down the stairs. So it's perpendicular to the stairwell. And as we go along here, you'll see, I'll back up so you can get a better picture of that. This is the left side of the basement, the forward wall. And some stuff I'm still putting away. Now if you make this turn, you shall see we have GMT stuff. Actually, that's the kind of end of the GMT stuff. Down below there's Avalanche. Bunch of Avalanche games down here. I'll take you through Avalanche stuff. A lot of out of print stuff. And there's their a lot of Panzer Grenadier modules. Their tactical version, or their tactical game. Seems like all the game companies have tactical game systems now. Probably due to the popularity of Advanced Squad Leader and previous to that Squad Leader. Alright, so those are Avalanche Press. I'll kind of zoom in up there. Kind of meets my OSG games down in that corner. Alright, so instead of going up here like that, I'm going to take you around the room. First off, here's a corner that I just throw miscellaneous stuff in that I have not filed away yet. There's a bunch of Memoir 44 stuff. In that box you got the out of print carrying bag, which is boxed up. Somebody was going to buy it and never got back to me on that. Good old Risk in Life. There's one of the original Empires in Arms from ADG. Very good game. Got a bunch of family games, Euro games here. There's even an Alexander the Gross in German, which is Alexander the Great. Some great copies of the great old Streets of Stalingrad. Phoenix. What else we got in there? That's a couple of the original Napoleon at Bays by OSG. Need to put them someplace else. Here is a brand new and shrink copy of Ice's Armored Assault. Shrink wrap, mint condition. Nice. Put that up there. Let's see what we got here. More stuff. Napoleon's Triumph. A lot of real old rare stuff that were great games. Let's see, we got well, there's some People's War Games. Duel for Kharkov. People's have put out some really good stuff. War of the Rings, Time War, Russian Civil War. What else is hiding back there? Oh, CSI. Huh. Somebody gave me that. Let's see what we got. Conquest of the Empire, real good game. Here's some Decision stuff. We got hiding back here. Valley Games Hannibal. We got some other stuff back here. Duel of Ages. Battle of Midway. Right here is probably the biggest mounted board game I've ever seen. And this is the War Game, World War II by Pegasus Hobbies. Got 3 copies of that. It's huge. For a mounted board, it's gigantic. Take up a ping pong table almost. Alright, here's a view of GMT stuff. You can see how the shelves go all the way back into that corner. So I got some boxes in the way. So I've been trying to organize this stuff. Move over a little bit. Battle for North Africa. That game, I don't know why it didn't get any more play than it did. It's a good game in North Africa, and it's one of the chit pull games that I guess people took a while to get used to the chit pull system, but it's become very popular now, and it's a great system. Always the suspense of who's going to get to move next. Dominant Species. That's a fun game. Good for the whole family. And I like Chad Jensen's mechanics. Command and Color Ancients, different modules. Viva la Resistance. There's American Revolutionary Series. And then as we move along, come to another set here. A bunch of 3W stuff up there. SS America, complete with swastikas. Banned in a lot of countries. Good old For the People, GMT. I've got the Avalon Hill versions as well. Grand Illusion, good World War I game. Here I Stand, nice. Let's see here, we got Musket and Pike series stuff. Alright, And then I go around. Here's my little work table, I guess you want to call it. I do different things here, sort different things out. Tons of modules for Great Battles of History series stuff. Ziploc bags. Sorting out magazines. This happens to be C3I. A couple other things. Bottom shelf over here. And these tubes, there are some laminated maps. I forget of what right now. I think one of them is Clash of Giants 1 by GMT. Down below you can see there is Lock and Load. And as we come up, there's more GMT stuff. There's the original Hornet Leader. Great game. I know Dan Verson has re-released it, but that GMT version is nice and very popular. GMT. A lot of their Civil War series games. Of course, these are Ziploc versions of that game. When GMT ran out of the box versions, they went to Ziploc and got the box versions in that. So there's Glory 3, the original 3 Days of Gettysburg, River of Death, Red Badge of Courage, Gringo, Dead of Winter, and we come around to the next wall. You got Napoleonic Wars. What a great game. I spent a lot of time playing that. Your Prussia's Glory, 30 Years of War, Thunderbolt Apache Leader, another great game, Dan Verson. GMT version, of course. We got Asia engulfed, Europe engulfed. Here is your Typhoon. Twilight Struggle, of course. Ukraine 43. A lot of out of print stuff here. Down at the bottom, we have a lot of the Udo Grebe games that GMT carries, and a lot of the Hexasim games. And they go down through here. There's Liberty Roads, continues on, and then I go in with some other stuff. There's a bunch of L-Tooth stuff down there. But this shelf here this is the Great Battles of History series. Starting from the very first one, which is that first original edition of Alexander, and then the next edition of Alexander, and then the next edition of Alexander. And of course, you got SPQR. I'm just going to go right down the line here. Let me get back. SPQR, updated version. All of these are part of the Great Battles of American History. Great Battles of History series. Samurai, Conquest of Gaul, War Galley, Caesar and Alexandria, Devil's Horseman, Alicia, Ran, Chandragupta, Chariots of Fire. That's that. And here is the Down in Flame series. Luftwaffe, 8th Air Force, Zero, Hellcats, Corsairs and Hellcats. And those are the series right there. Now we'll just go kind of backwards. Show you what's on the top shelf there. Some games by various other companies. All out of print. There's some nice stuff up there. A lot of really fun games. So back to GMT. One of my favorites, Wilderness Wars, great. Wellington, great. One of the best Waterloo games you can get right there. Out of print. Virgin Queen. Victory in the West. Irvin Sprawl, another Chad Jensen design. I haven't played that yet, but I've looked at the rules. It looks pretty interesting. Unhappy King Charles. He was unhappy. Alright, now we got some of the newer releases here. Red Winter, Reds. Reprint, of course. Night Fighter. No Retreat. Former Victory Point. Normandy 44. Onward Christian Soldiers. Two of GMT's earliest games. Operation Mercury and Operation Shoestring. Here's some more stuff. A lot out of print stuff. Here's the new Panzer series reprint. I have the originals. Original Panzer. Paths of Glory. What a great game. One of the very best games out there. Silver Bayonet. Another early GMT. About Vietnam. Space Empires. Well, that's about it for the shelf stuff, and I didn't have enough after shelving this entire basement. Still didn't have enough room for all of my games, so had to put up freestanding shelves in the center. Here's my old SPI flat pack games. Got a ton of those. That's one side of this shelf, and then I got on the other side, as you can see, comes around. And here we go to the other side of the shelf, which has got a whole other set of flat pack games. And that's it for this side of the basement. Volume 2, or the second part of this, I'm going to post a video of the other side of the basement.